down to the quarter-deck arcade, where pirates sing and dreams are made. Coins clash and lights do gleam, it's more than just a sailor's dream. Yo-ho-ho at the quarter-deck arcade, where the merry crew never fades. Games and laughter fill the night underneath the lantern lights. Grab your hook and spin the wheel, every turn's a bargain deal. Flashing lights and jolly cheer, this is the port we hold dear. Yo-ho-ho at the quarter-deck arcade, where the merry crew never fades. Games and laughter fill the night underneath the lantern lights. Gold coins tumble like the sea, wins and losses all for thee, in this harbor of delight. We'll play till the morning light. Yo-ho-ho at the quarter-deck arcade, where the merry crew never fades. Games and laughter fill the night underneath the lantern light. Gold coins tumble like the sea, wins and losses all for thee, in this harbor of delight. We'll play till the morning light.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Quarter-Deck Arcade. It's your host, Quarter-Deck Arcade. How'd you like that? That was an AI generated theme song. So we'll see if I continue using it going forward. But that was fun. That was kind of a one-off creation too. I'm kind of shocked. Well, anyway, I'm going live today because I got in-house it arrived today, actually, just a short time ago, a package from Tulsa Arcades, JC over there at Tulsa Arcades. And so it's a simple mod. It shouldn't take long. So we're going to do a quick mod session here. And then I got to jump off because the gal and I are doing dinner. So, but I thought I'd jump on here and get this done because I'm eager and anxious to see it. So what I'm going to be doing here today is I'm going to be, and you can kind of see, I'll pull up the other cameras here. So you can already see my Atari Legacy off of the riser, and I've got the riser sitting up on the table. Hey, Prince Vinny, good to see you. Welcome aboard. Appreciate it. I'm glad you could join me live here today. So yeah, I've got my Atari Legacy now sitting on the floor, got the riser up on the table, and the box from Tulsa Arcade sitting there next to it. We're going to crack that open here in a second. But first, I wanted to bring up into the stream here the webpage for Tulsa Arcades. And this is there are links in the video description, the stream description. So if you want to check these out yourself, if you have risers yourself and you want to replace the front riser panel, this is the place to go. Right now, the lit riser front panels are on sale for $94.99. Now that doesn't include, there are like 3 panels that are different sizes. They're not standard Arcade 1-Up riser sizes. That would be Star Wars, Tron, and I believe also T2. I believe that those 3 are unique and are a little bit more because they're bigger. But you can go through here on the website, and we'll check it out here. So regularly $122 for the front panel, and then it's on sale now for $94.99, which I personally think is a great deal. No, it only took Prince. It only took about 2 weeks. So I think I ordered it 2 weeks ago, and actually less than 2 weeks, probably about a week and a half. So it was very quick shipping. Tulsa Arcades is really good about turning orders around. So, but you have very, very many choices here to choose from. So I'm trying to choose here because usually the website's supposed to change. But you have, you've got your Defender. So I'll point out some of the big ones. You got your Miss Pac-Man. So if you've got that blue-skinned Miss Pac-Man, you can get a lit riser for that. The 40th anniversary Pac-Man, Joust, which I have, and I also have Tron, but that's on a separate order page. But you can go through here and choose the panel that you'd like to get. You can also get a do-it-yourself lit riser, which comes no artwork, and you can do your own artwork if you want. So he has a do-it-yourself option for $65.99. I don't like to do it myself, so I'll just get one that's already skinned. There's NBA Jam here as well. X-Men. I mentioned I had Tron. Now this Tron here, I don't believe that's the correct size for the Arcade One Tron cabinet. I believe you have to order a special one because that riser is actually bigger. The LED strip that you're going to use to light the riser front panel from behind is, he used to include that early on, but he doesn't anymore. He just includes the link to the preferred strip that he uses. He includes an Amazon link to it. And so I also threw that in the stream description. Hey, Ted, good to see you. Welcome, welcome. Yes, I'm going to be doing a quick mod here. This is going to be a quick stream because this mod shouldn't take me a whole lot. And I have to do dinner. So, and I don't know about you, but my loved ones get cranky when dinner's not ready. Okay, so this is the Tulsa Arcades webpage. Link in the description. Check it out for yourself. I'm a big fan of Tulsa Arcades' work. He does great work. I have a lot of Tulsa Arcades mods in my Tron. I've got the S-Panel mod, and I've got the Lit Riser mod in it. And then this is the Amazon link to the LED strip. And what you can see here is it's got a regular outlet plug, and then it's got three individual strips, which you will connect with these connectors on the ends. And then it comes with a remote. So it's very easy to set up and install, and I'll walk you through it in this video because I've already done a couple of them. So let's switch over here. We'll go back to the multicam view. Take my headphones off. I only had them on to make sure that the sea shanty song was playing. Okay, so just to give you an idea, I'm going to turn this a little bit. I'm going to turn this camera. That's our goal. You can see my Joust cabinet right there. What you have with these lit riser panels is you get a completely new front panel with this glass or plexiglass or whatever it is. Yeah, it feels like plexi with artwork printed on it. And then what you do is you light it from behind so that the light comes through the panel. And so they're very cool. I think they're a very cool addition to any risered cabinet. I know a lot of people out there don't like the risers and would rather just just do an inline riser like G.I. Joel is making now, or actually just get a deluxe, which has no riser. So anyway, that's what we're going to look like at the end. So let's, without further ado, go ahead and get started here. We're going to first crack open the box so you get an idea what Tulsa Arcade ships. The box is very light because all that's in it is the front riser panel, not an entirely new riser. It's well protected in the box. Little bit of, a little bit of sliding around in there, but it's bubble wrapped really well. Kind of see. And he tapes it down real good. Here, let's go ahead and eject the box right away. Nothing else in the box except the packing. Now, this is the first time I've opened it. I didn't inspect it prior to the broadcast here, so. All right. What a beautiful front riser panel. Now, if you guys can get a good look at that on the camera, I'll zoom in a little bit. Look at that artwork. Oh my goodness, this is going to look amazing. Oh, shoot. Sorry, guys. All right. So there we go. Sorry about that. Make it a little bigger. There we go. Hey, Gotham, good to see you. Welcome aboard. All right, so I've got this unwrapped now out of the box, but you can see how beautiful this is. I mean, it's, aim the camera up a little bit, too much. It's just beautiful. I mean, the artwork around the panel, and then this is the part that's going to be backlit. You can turn around and kind of see how he does things here. This is screwed in, so don't let this tape fool you. He just puts that in there while he screws it in and just leaves it in. So just protective tape. I always just leave it on there. And you've got your pre-drilled holes for the riser screws. But this is the artwork. The artwork is within the glass. And yeah, so pretty simple. And then what else comes in the box? You get a Tulsa Arcades sticker. Right there. There we go. I'm going to turn on the lights here. Again, production value here isn't all that great, but we try. So yeah, you got your Tulsa Arcades sticker. You get a thank you card. You know, again, he's a small business, family owned. Again, he just suffered a loss in his family. His wife passed away, and if you've gotten things from the company before, his wife did a lot of the shipping. So she did a lot of the dealing with getting the things out of Tulsa Arcades. And unfortunately, his wife passed away very recently. So I've been trying to help support the company, help support him and his family. He's got kids. So if you choose to go this route, I highly recommend you go with Tulsa Arcades and help them out, because I know it would be greatly appreciated. All right, the last thing that gets included with this kit is this blackout piece. Now I'll show you where that goes. I'm going to have to zoom out here a little bit. All right, so this is the front panel that we're going to be replacing. The problem is when you put a light on the inside board here that projects light against the artwork, that light's going to shoot up. And if your cabinet's sitting in the riser panel here, you're going to have light shooting up at you in your face. So to solve that, he came up with this little piece called a blackout piece. And it just goes across the front of the area. And there's 2 pre-drilled screw holes that will screw into the crossboard here, the RP panel, the top of the RP panel. So what that does is it basically blocks the light from being able to get out. So on my Tron front panel, it didn't come with that. He wasn't including those at that point. And so to solve it, or I MacGyvered a piece of black Gorilla tape across it. Does the same thing. You don't really notice the tape at all. So anyway, let's get started. I'm going to check the chat here real quick. Get a drink of water. Yeah, compared to the existing riser, this is going to be a night and day change, really. So let's pop this off. Again, I don't use drills, especially on risers, because I've had screws disappear within the riser. And that's not good, because then if you ever have to take it apart like I'm doing right now, it's hard to get that screw back. But this is a quick change, so you know, doing it by hand is not going to be a big deal. So all right. Again, I thought about doing a produced video for this, but you know what? I just decided I'm just going to do it live. People can jump around the video however they want. I think it's better doing it live anyway. Then you can see, kind of gauge how long it takes better than a produced video. So I'm going to pull this panel off. Okay, so as you can see, you've got your RP panel, the front RP panel on the inside here. This is where the light strip's going to go. And we'll get to that in a second. And you just set the riser panel aside. You can put it in your spare parts storage. You can toss it if you want. I wouldn't recommend that, because you never know if you might need it someday. If you want to do your own project with that panel, put it on another cabinet, reskin it for something else, you know, that option is there. So, all right. Now I'm going to see if I can do this standing up like this. Let's check my camera view. I want to make sure you guys can see this. All right, so I've stood the riser up with the front facing at the top. And the reason will become obvious here. This is that Amazon LED light kit. So this is what you will receive. So we'll open the box here. You get a cleaning wipe to wipe down the surface. You got your instructions. Got your remote and your USB cable. We'll pull those out because we're going to need them. So here's the remote. I got more LED light strip remotes than I can count. So this is actually the RF controller that the remote speaks to, this little piece here. Trying to get the rest of the stuff out of here. Okay. All right. I'm kind of laying everything out. So on the other camera view, hopefully you can see what I'm doing. All right. So what else do we have here? We have some stickered cable holders, and this will become obvious. This is basically just to secure the cables down to the panel so that they're not flopping all over the place. You get your power brick. And then you get your LED sources here. So you've got 3 LED strips that are about, I want to say about 8 inches long, maybe. Yeah, probably about 8 inches. So, and then they have connectors on the end to join the strip together. So 3 of those, and then you've got 2 cables to join each strip. And I want to make sure I get this right. I'm going to refer to all right. So the first thing we're going to do is connect our RF module. And you won't be able to see it on the camera. I'll try to do it. But on the each component, there's an arrow. So you have to line up the arrows on each component so that their orientation is correct. So we're going to take one of the strips. We're going to take one of the strips and we're going to plug it into the RF module. And on the RF module, you probably can't really see it, but there's the arrow. So we want to make sure the arrows are lined up. We just carefully seat it into the RF module. So that part is done. Okay. Now what we want to do is we want to take one of these extensions, or I mean these connectors, connect it to the other end. And I usually try to make the RF module at the bottom. So we've got our RF module, and then on the other end of the strip, we're going to connect the male end to the female end of the strip. All right. And we've made sure that our arrows are lined up. Okay, so the other end of the connector, let's actually do this. I'm going to connect it to, I'm going to actually install it on the panel as I'm connecting them. That way everything's not lying around all over the place. I got a lot of dust on here that's just built up over time. So I'm just going to wipe it down, get all that dust off of there. Okay. So we've got our bottom strip. Now, I always like to line it up and determine the optimum placement for the LED strip. So the first strip, probably where the dowels are. So I'm going to put this one on the bottom, and we'll take this. Take the strip backing off. And these are easy to do. You kind of want to make it straight. I know I'm blocking the camera. All right, so just want to Secure it there. It's been a while since I've done one of these. I just want to make sure. You want to make sure that all of your LED lights are going to be focused behind the plastic plexi. And then, okay, now on the end of the first strip, we've got our female plug, and we're going to take the male end, again, making sure that the arrows line up. There we go. And gently push that cable in, because you don't want to bend those pin connectors. And then we'll take the strip off here. And we'll apply it. So this one's going to go about 1 inch to 1.5 inches spacing. Doesn't have to be perfect. I mean, I'm kind of, picky about that stuff. Okay, so now we've got 2 strips connected by this connector here. Now the second connector is going to go here. So you've got your female end of the LED strip, and then you've got your male end of the connector, and we're going to make sure our arrows are lined up. Again, I can't stress that enough. Your arrows have to be matching. Okay? And now we're ready for the third strip. They give you an extra strip. I don't know why. In case one breaks, maybe. So this end, the end on the connector is female, so we want the male end of the strip. Make sure the arrows are lined up. They're not there. So I flip it around. All right. And then we'll affix the last LED piece here. There we go. All right. So our pieces are in place. The strip is in place. Okay. Now, one of the things that came in the bag were these black cable holders that have, 3M strips on the back, so you can secure this cabling a little better. So, and you can place them however you want. There's no rhyme or reason. It's just however it works for your installation. So I'll put one. I'll put one like right. My goal is to get the cables flat. So I'll put it like underneath the connector right there. I'll open it up and then shove the cable in there. So it's just kind of held. Because you don't want your cables moving around in there. So you get, again, put them however you want. I'll put one here where my RF module is on the bottom. And I'll put one on the connector for the power. And I'll show you in a second how the power is going to run. So I'm just kind of lining this up. All right, so the RF module's right here. And then I'll put one on this side for this cable. I'll put this one on this side as well. You don't necessarily have to use all of them. You just want to get it to as neat as possible for a clean installation. I'll put it there and I'll slide it in. to the clip. All right. Looks good to me. So I'll flip this up here onto the front so you get a better picture of what it looks like. Okay, so first strip on the bottom with the RF module, second strip, third strip. And again, about 1 inch to 1.5 inches apart. It depends on how your artwork, your plexi lines up here. I try to get it centered. And these are your connectors on either side. Very easy installation. Okay, so now we have our power. So our power is going to go in there. Let me check chat here in for a second. If you're Gotham, if you're referring to G.I. Joe's inline riser, there's no integration because this riser panel replacement is intended for arcade one-up risers only. So I think that's what you're referring to. All right, so it's not a very long power cable, but it's long enough so that you can make the connection. Some folks might want to drill a hole here for a more clean run. I, on the other hand, just pop it underneath. You know, at some point I might drill a hole there, but and the 2 installs that I've done so far, all I've done is just run the cable underneath the riser. And that would just draw this out way too long. I'm going to put another cable organizer here. There, it's held into place. All right. And again, I just run it underneath. And then I have about, I don't know, 16, 17 inches of power available. Let me get an extension here so I can light this thing up right away. Oh, I really do need to get organized. I got plenty of power sources. I'll pull the little plastic piece. All right. So again, why is the lining up the arrows critical on the connection points? Because if you get the polarity wrong here, it's not going to work, or worse, you might actually start feeling some warmth too around some of the connections. So pay attention to those arrows. I really, really can't stress that enough. So we've got different color choices here. I can go with red, green, blue, lighter green, orange, yellow. And then you can change the brightness. So if I wanted to go down in brightness, I could, or I can go up. Or you can just have it do auto, and it'll cycle through the colors. So But I usually pick a color that works best for the panel that I'm installing and stick with it. And it does remember the color that you use. So my Tron is always blue. My Joust is, I believe I have that set to yellow. Depends on the artwork. So you have to kind of play around with it, get the light working the way you want it. All right, I'll turn it off for now. And then we'll put the panel on. Again, it uses the Arcade 1-Up dowels. Oh man, he drilled their holes wrong. Oh man, JC, what are you doing to me? He drilled the holes wrong, folks. Either that or I got to take the dowels off. I don't think he does dowel holes. I'll just take them off. I don't need them. I'm gonna get one of the screws. And yeah, I just reuse the Arcade 1-Up screws. He does not provide screws. And you have to punch, you have to find the holes, the existing holes that he has here. Let me make sure I'm punching through the right one. Looks like the bottom one. No. Oh, I don't remember going through this. So you got to punch through the artwork. I hope I'm doing the right one. Yeah, it is the bottom one. All right, so we're going to get that one in. So when you order these off of JC's website, Tulsa Arcades, when you order them off of his website, you're going to also pick the T-molding color that you want. I chose black because this is the Atari Legacy. But before you order, make sure you pick the T-molding. Again, I'm going in the bottom screw hole. You just got to punch through the artwork that he's got on here. Down the hole. So just make sure you're lining the holes up correctly. And then we'll do the bottom. Now I've determined that the top screw hole here is the one I want. I don't want to block the camera for you guys. I'm right-handed, so you can tell. I don't want to over-tighten these too much. Yeah, so just remember that note. When you do these, you have to take the dowels out. You don't really need them anyway, as long as the screws hold the thing in place. Okay, so I'm going to light this thing up again so you can kind of see. Right now it's set to red. Let's try some different colors. Red kind of, let's try white. Let's see what white looks like. See, white to me is kind of the best color. There's yellow. There's purple. Dark blue. Got green. And again, you can play with the brightness too. I don't like green. Blue might work. I don't know. That's just plain white. That's too bright. Yellow kind of washes it away. Blue is probably the best alternate color to go with from white. Yeah, I'll probably leave it there. Okay, now, remember I talked that here, I'll actually stand this up a little bit. So you can kind of see here the light bleeding up. So when a cabinet sits on here, it's going to bleed up out here. So we need to block that off. And that's why he includes now the blackout panel. I'm probably soon wind up using some tape anyway, because now there's 2 screws that he includes for this purpose. And those are in the bag that has the sticker in it, the Tulsa Arcades sticker. So we'll get those out. Yeah. Still a little bit of bleed over, so I may still wind up using a little bit of black Gorilla Tape on this. Okay, so that's our blackout panel. It's not bad. We'll see how it is without it. All right, so the riser's done. We're ready to move it into place. So we'll turn it off here. We'll unplug it. We'll move it into place here. And again, I run the cable underneath. And get it lined up here according to my specs. I'm going to take off my power. Oh, man. All right, so we're going to do this. Move that plug down there. Oh, really? All right, that's gonna have to work. All right. Okay. Cabinet in place. Move the camera around here so you guys can see. That looks so much better than the original riser panel. Of course, now I got to get back here and apply power, which is always a chore. Get off there. All right, let me make my power connection. Get my USB power. All right, so the mod we did a couple weeks ago, we did the coin door mod. And then let's turn on the... Once you turn this on too, it'll remember. I'm going to leave it like that. So turn off the other lights. So kill the house lights. How's that look, guys? Do you think that looked good? Top of my list, Prince Vinny right now is Dragon's Lair. I got to get that. So it looks great. Looks great. I've got Joust there. I've got Tron down there. I've got some more. He doesn't have a Dig Dug one yet. I got to ask him about that. I would like to replace my Burger Time panel. But mods that we've done to this cabinet. So the mods that we currently have, I have the Joe Zabo marquee replacement. I have the GRS trackball, lit trackball in. Then I have from Retro 530 the lit coin doors. These are also functional coin doors, but I don't have the functionality integrated yet. And then now I have the riser panel, and it's just an amazing addition to this arcade. Looks great. I like it. All right, guys. So that was my modification of the riser panel. What am I at? I'm just under an hour, which is what I was shooting for. So any questions? Anything else you want to talk about real quick? I'm going to end this stream here in the next few minutes, but I just this is an impromptu stream to do that mod and get it out there. I wanted to keep it under an hour, and it looks like I'm going to do that. Just looking through the chat. Prince, I did not have to use the glue gun, as you saw. I just screwed the screws in the appropriate holes. I lined the holes up. Yeah, it's a beautiful front riser replacement. Okay, guys. Well, if nothing else, I'm going to go ahead and end the stream, go up and start cooking dinner. And so thanks for joining me on this really impromptu stream on this Tuesday afternoon. Hope you guys are having a great week. I'm hoping to get something together for next Sunday's show. Make sure you tune in. I'm hoping to have my big buck hunter cabinet in. So we'll do a live build of that on Sunday, I think. All right. Have a great day. Have a great rest of the week. I'm off tomorrow, so I get to play around in my arcade tomorrow, which I'm really looking forward to. So take care. Thanks for joining, and I'll see you next time.
Sailing down to the quarter-deck arcade, where pirates sing and dreams are made. Coins clash and lights do gleam, it's more than just a sailor's dream. Yo-ho-ho at the quarter-deck arcade, where the merry crew never fades. Games and laughter fill the night underneath the lantern lights. Grab your hook and spin the wheel, every turn's a bargain deal. Flashing lights and jolly cheer, this is the port we hold dear. Yo-ho-ho at the quarter-deck arcade, where the merry crew never fades. Games and laughter fill the night underneath the lantern lights. Gold coins tumble like the sea, wins and losses all for thee, in this harbor of delight. We'll play till the morning light. Yo-ho-ho at the quarter-deck arcade, where the merry crew never fades. Games and laughter fill the night underneath the lantern light. Gold coins tumble like the sea, wins and losses all for thee, in this harbor of delight. We'll play till the morning light.